We can handle all online courses, business and management, business and finance, business and accounting, human resource management.
Welcome to my YouTube channel IT Guides. In today's session, we are tackling Chapter 5 of recently launched Excel 2022 course, focusing on HOE Sociology 1.1. I will guide you through this assignment step by step, making it easy for you to follow, and you can done your assignment by watching this video. You can contact me for your assignments, exams, or complete course. Don't hesitate to connect for support in various courses. Let's start this assignment and solve step by step. Title of assignment is Exp22 Excel Chapter 5 HOE Sociology 1.1. You can see your project description here to get idea about your assignment. Moving to the first step, that is about Start Excel. Download and open the file name Exp22 Excel Chapter 5 HOE Sociology. Gradle has automatically added your last name for the beginning of the file name. We have to just download and open this file. You can download this file from IT dashboard. I have already downloaded this and opened this file. So moving to the next step, that is step number 2. Step number 2 is about your first task is to sort the datasets on the books subtotal worksheet. Ensure the book subtotal worksheet is active. Sort the data by discipline in alphabetical order and further sort it by area in alphabetical order. Basically, in this step, we have to just sort the data on the book subtotal worksheet. We have to sort data by discipline and area in alphabetical order. So go to the Excel worksheet. First of all, we will ensure that our book subtotal worksheet should be active. We have to sort our data by discipline. So go to the Home tab. In Editing group, click on Sort and Filter and select the Custom Sort. Here we will add our level for the sorting. First level, we will sort by discipline in alphabetical order, and then we will add second level to sort by the area in also alphabetical order. Click OK. Now it will sort our data by the discipline and area field. Step number 2 is completed. Now move to the next step, that is step number 3. Step number 3 is about you want to subtotal the dataset by discipline and then add a second set of subtotals by area. Use the subtotal feature to insert subtotal rows by discipline to calculate the totals for the sales wholesale, sales retail, and total book sales columns. Without removing the first subtotals, insert subtotals by area to calculate totals for the same columns. In this step, we have to just use the subtotal feature and then insert subtotal rows by discipline, calculate the totals for the sales wholesale, sales retails, and total book sales column. Then we have to add the second subtotals by area to calculate the totals for same columns as we calculate above by discipline. Go to the Excel worksheet. We have to use subtotal feature. Go to the Data tab. In Outline group, here subtotal feature is available. Click on it. Now we have to set the subtotal by discipline and calculate the total. So we will choose the sum function for the sales wholesale, sales retail, for sales wholesale, sales retail, and total book sales column. Click OK. Now we have to add again subtotal by area without removing the first subtotal. Again click on subtotal feature. We have to just change it from discipline to area. We have to calculate total, so sum function will be used, and then we have to calculate total for the same columns as we calculated above: wholesale, sales retail, and total book sales. So we will select this column: sales wholesale, sell retail, and total book sales. Now uncheck this box, that is replace current subtotal, because we don't want to replace the current subtotal. So without removing the current subtotal, we have to add this subtotal. After applying second subtotal, now our data will look like this. Move to the next step, that is step number 4. Step number 4 is about next you want to apply an outline to the columns so that you can collapse or expand the unit sold and unit price columns. Create an automatic outline, collapse the outline above columns H and K. In this step we have to just create an outline and then collapse the columns H and K. Go to the Excel worksheet again. We have to just group the data by using auto outline. So in outline tab, go to the group and here we will click auto outline. It will ask from us that modify existing outline. Yes, click OK. Now here it will add automatic outline. We have to collapse the outline above column H and K. After collapse these outlines, it will hide these columns. So we will collapse outline that is on above column H and on above column K. So these columns are hide. Step number 4 is completed. Now move to the next step, that is step number 5. Step number 5 is about display the books data worksheet and create a recommended pivot table using the sum of units sold thumbnail. Change the name of the worksheet to pivot table. Name the pivot table total book sales. In this step basically we have to just display the books data worksheet and then create a recommended pivot table. Then change the name of the worksheet and name of the pivot table. Go to the Excel worksheet. We have to ensure that our books data worksheet should be active. In books data worksheet, we have to go to the insert tab and add to recommended pivot table. We have to use the sum of units sold thumbnail to create a pivot table. So we will use sum of units sold thumbnail. Click OK. It will create a pivot table for us. Now we have to change the name of the worksheet to pivot table. Just rename the worksheet. Click on it, right click on it and click on rename. We have to just add the name pivot table for this worksheet. Now rename the pivot table total book sale. In pivot table groups, here pivot table name is shown. We have to just replace it from pivot table 2 to total book sales. Step number 5 is completed now. Move to the next step, that is step number 6. Step number 6 is about you want to compare total book sales by discipline and copyright year. Make sure these fields are in the respective areas. Remove extra fields. Place the discipline field in rows. Total book sales field has value and copyright field in column. In this step, we have to ensure that those fields that are given in the instructions, these fields only should be displayed in respective areas. If some extra fields are displaying, remove those fields. So we will ensure that these fields should be displaying. Place the discipline field in rows. Go to the Excel worksheet. We will select our discipline. We will ensure that our discipline field is in row area. So it's correct. Now ensure total book sales field has values. So we will add total book sales as value and remove it from here. Now we have to add copyright field in column. So we will click copyright and add it in column. Now our extra fields are removed and correct field are placing in the correct area. Step number 6 is completed now. Move to the next step, that is step number 7. Step number 7 is about you will format the values in the pivot table to look more professional and change the custom names that display has column headings. Click or select cell B5, display the value field setting dialog box and type cells by discipline has the custom name. Then apply accounting number format with 0 decimal places. In this step we have to just change the custom name for the cell B5 and then format it with accounting number format and set decimal places to 0. Go to the Excel worksheet. We will select the cell B5 and display field setting box. So we will click here. Now we have to change the custom name. So new custom name is sales by discipline. We will simply copy it. Our new custom name is sales by discipline. We have to format it with accounting number format with 0 decimal places. So click on number format, select accounting and then set 0 decimal places. Click OK. Move to the next step, that is step number 8. Step number 8 is about type discipline in cell A4 and copyright here in cell B3. Select the range B4 to E4 and center the rebels horizontally. In this step, we have to just type discipline in cell A4, copy it, go to the Excel worksheet and select the cell A4. In A4, we have to just replace row labels with discipline. Type it in cell A4. Then we have to write copyright here in cell B3. Go to the Excel worksheet again, select the cell B3. Here we will replace it from column labels to copyright here. Select the range B4 to E4 and center the labels horizontally. We have to select this range and center these labels to horizontally. Firstly, we will select the range from B4 to E4. In alignment group, go to the horizontal and here we will set the center. It will horizontally center the labels. Move to the next step, that is step number 9. Step number 9 is about display the books data worksheet. In cell B1, enter the get pivot data function to get the value from cell F10 in the pivot table worksheet. In cell B2, enter the get pivot data function to get the values from cell F7 in the pivot table. Change the value in cell J1 to 125 in the books data worksheet and then refresh the pivot table. In this step, we have to just display the books data worksheet, and in cell B1, we have to enter a function that get value from F10 in pivot table worksheet. So go to the Excel worksheet. We have to ensure that our books data worksheet should be active. In cell B1, we have to enter a function that get value from cell F10 in the pivot table worksheet. So in cell B1, we will write equal sign and go to the pivot table worksheet. Here we will select our F10 and press enter. Now it will get the value from F10 to the pivot table worksheet. We have in cell B2, we have to enter the get pivot data function again to get value from cell F7 in the pivot table. So go to the Excel worksheet again. In cell B2, we have to again get value from cell F7 in the pivot table worksheet. So here we will write equal, go to the pivot table worksheet and here we will select our F7. Press enter. Now it will get the value from cell F7 from pivot table worksheet. Change the value in cell J1 to 125 in books data worksheet. So we have to change value in cell J1 with 125. In cell J1, we have value 130. We have to change it with 125. Now our value in cell J1 is 125. And then refresh the pivot table. After these changes, we have to refresh the pivot table. Go to the pivot table worksheet. We select the pivot table. In Analyze tab, in Data Group, we will click the refresh and click on refresh. Now our pivot table will be refreshed. Move to the next step, that is step number 10. Step number 10 is about you will add a field to the filters area so that you can filter the list by addition. Add the addition field to the filter area. We have to just add a new field, that is addition in filter area in pivot table. So go to the Excel worksheet again. Here we have to just add a addition field in filter area. So we will select our addition field and drag it in filter area. Step number 10 is completed. Move to the next step, that is step number 11. Step number 11 is about insert a slicer for discipline. Move the slicer so that the top left corner is just inside the corner of the cell A13. In this step, we have to insert slicer for discipline. Go to the Excel worksheet. We will select our data. Go into the Insert tab. In Filter Groups, here Slicer will be available. Click on Slicer. Now we have to insert slicer by discipline, so we will check this box. Click OK. It will insert a slicer by discipline. Now move the slicer so that top left corner is just inside the corner of cell A13. We have to just move it so its left corner is in A13. 13. Step number 11 is completed now. Total steps in this assignment is 25. I have done 11 steps by completing each and every detail given in the instruction of these steps. For remaining step of this assignment are help in another assignments, exams, quizzes, our entire course covering Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Assess, Finance Management, Information Technology and more. Feel free to get in touch. Contact me through provided email or WhatsApp given in the description and display on screen and make deal with me. I assure you for achieving an A grade in all your courses, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the videos. Thank you.